I mean, just recently, I guess yesterday, 2 days ago, something like that. Um, excuse me. During the president's like state address, he touched on the upcoming conflict and upcoming invasion of Venezuela, saying that what really got me was his whole "we want it back" thing, where he was saying that I guess because of United States like past investment in Venezuela, that we were owed somehow owed uh, the oil and like land that U.S. investment companies like put up for in like the '60s before Venezuela, I think, nationalized their oil and you know took back all of the properties that were built by outside investment, which is kind of a whatever thing to me as far as like nationalizing resources go. Like, you guys made your money already. It's kind of a cry about it moment. But to say that we're owed that land and that oil and that we want it back is really bizarre, and is why I've been saying that this is a revitalization of the Monroe Doctrine. The idea that America is the only superpower, the United States of America is the only superpower within the Americas that is allowed to have dealings with other American nations and have the authority, I guess, to do all of these regime changes and like political meddling that we do consistently. But it does worry me because of the changes they're trying to bring to the Chaplin Corps. Could they try and make this like somewhat religiously motivated too? It's really worrying. And that Coast Guard admiral, I think it was a few days ago, trying to change the rules around the hate speech within the U.S. military and the Coast Guard, trying to reclassify swastikas and nooses as not being hate speech or being classified as like a lower kind of hate speech. I think it was a lower kind of hate speech. And I feel like that's a mask off kind of situation for the kinds of people that are in the US military at the moment, that they are so itching to put swastikas and hang nooses around is really telling and bizarre, and really reaffirms the racism within the United States of America. Like, I think about a lot a I guess we'll call it a cold case because I haven't heard anything about it since 2023. The murder of Rasheem Carter in Missouri, if I remember correctly. He was a man who left Mississippi to go work in Missouri as a contractor, and he got into like fights with his factory manager, and he sent text messages to his mother saying that this guy was trying to kill him, and that if anything were to happen to him, it was the factory manager. And then a few days after that, he sent messages to his mother that there were white men in three trucks chasing him, trying to kill him. And then he was caught on some hunter's deer trail cam running through the woods away from them. And then the next day, when police finally go out there to investigate, his body is found decapitated, and they ruled it as like no foul play. And I guess they've stopped investigating it since then because I look into this case every so often, and I've never heard anything for the past 2 years. But it is really worrying how this is like coming back on the rise again. It's really scary.